Social Cig Podcast number 3.
Woo, woo.
Today we got Liam, I don't know your last name.
Fagan.
Liam Fagan from the project
Parknational.
and Wyatt Moran of the project Wyatt Moran. What's going on, guys?
Nothing much. Feeling good. Excited to be back in the Midwest.
This
Catching
is
the vibe.
day 6 on your tour, right?
Day 6, yeah.
Show number 3.
Yeah.
So a little background. So these dudes have been on tour for the last 6 days. They go to Berkeley College of Music, and they both are amazing musicians. I was listening to you guys this last week, and definitely some. Would you say your genres are more emo?
Yeah. We're both kind of in that umbrella.
Emo adjacent.
Yeah.
That's how I was describing it when I was sending emails to people to try and book shows.
Yeah.
Emo adjacent. How did you guys meet each other?
Well, we have a mutual friend. Charlie, who went to high school with Wyatt. But yeah, just kind of through the Berkeley music scene.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Well, how has the tour been so far, I guess?
Dude, it's been awesome.
Yeah.
We've been really lucky with shows and people hosting us and feeding us and
For sure.
letting us shower and sleep at their houses and
For
stuff.
sure.
So it's been great so far. We really can't ask for much more. And it's just the beginning still.
Yeah.
We've got like another month of shows basically. So if it continues to be awesome, then it'll just be fucking
So you're headed up to Rochester, where you're from.
Yeah.
So you said you're staying there?
Yeah, we'll stay with my family and then Chuck, who I went to high school with, who we were just talking about earlier.
For sure.
Probably stay there as well.
Work on some music a little bit.
Yeah. Chill out. We're spending like a week there, so we're gonna try and do some recording for another project that me and Liam are actually in together called Ring Pop.
Oh,
It's like a pop punk band, and we're working on a record, so we're gonna try and record some stuff for that while we're there.
Yeah.
Should be really sick. Yeah.
You guys have anything out on the Ring Pop yet, or is this?
Yeah, no, we have an EP that came out a couple months ago.
Okay.
So it's kind of a bit different, like stylistically, I think, than what we're working on right now. But yeah, no, we're stoked on it. It's gonna be
Just something, to dip your toes in something.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's fun to have like different outlets, even if it's like kind of the same, like genre adjacent, to just like kind of get out songs that maybe would work better in like a different place or
for sure.
Totally. So how long have you guys been doing music?
I mean, I've been playing music since I was in, I think, 2nd grade. So I want to say 11 or 12 years at this point.
Okay.
So it's been a minute. But I mean, only the last couple of years have I been like really taking it seriously.
For sure.
And like trying to like pursue a career out of it.
You love it?
Oh yeah, I love it. It's
I hate it.
It's the worst. The worst day job.
It's awesome, and like I feel super lucky that like I get to do this even on like a DIY level. It's just super fun, and like it's just like with my best friends. It's like that's a really good time. So
yeah, the summer's gonna be kick ass. Like looking back.
Yeah, for sure.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I've been playing music since I was like 7, so like 14 years. If I'm 21, which is kind of wild. My dad was like super into like drums and guitar, and so he kind of like forced me and my brother to learn drums and bass so that he could like jam with us. Make us learn like Rolling Stones songs, and we'd like play them in the basement, and so I kind of got a lot of exposure like playing with other people at a super early age, and then I kind of just like fell in love with it, and I've been playing bass, and I picked up guitar and like drums and shit after that. But yeah,
For sure.
I never like, I think after I started playing, like I knew that this is what I wanted to do like forever. Like I just like was like, all right, let's fucking go, let's do it. And that's been it the whole time.
One question that popped in my head: you guys have been doing live shows for quite some time.
Yeah.
In both your projects. If you can name one, what is your most favorite venue / show you've ever played?
Ooh.
I mean, it'd be like a top 3 too.
I mean, my first show with Parknational was at Amityville Music Hall in Long Island, and we got to open for Oso Oso, which is like one of my favorite bands.
Oh, I've never heard of them.
Yeah, I kind of just like tweeted at them and they were like, yo,
what?
you want to play
Holy
with us?
shit.
Yeah, so it was kind of insane because they're just like a big influence for me. So that was like really, really awesome. I mean, the shows that we're playing now are like looking back, it's like I feel like we've become a lot better as like a band, but it's definitely like a really, really awesome memory. It's like that venue, that show
Definitely.
was just like a really insane kind of, you know, like full circle
It's like
moment
how
for yeah, and it was like the first
tweeted
show.
at him. What?
Yeah, so it was really awesome, but I mean that's probably the most memorable one so far, I'd say.
For
But,
sure.
yeah.
When I was a senior in high school, I went on tour for like 2 weeks with an old band that I used to play in called Green Top. So it was Green Top and me, and I was pulling double duty every night, which Liam is actually doing right now. He's playing drums for me later. But we did like 2 weeks, pretty much like just in the South and the Midwest, and at the end of it, we played at the 7th Street Entry in Minneapolis, which is like fucking legendary like venue, like I don't know, like Husker Du and like Green Day and Bon Iver and like Hippo and Heart to Gold and all of these fucking sick bands that like I looked up to like my whole life had played on that stage. And we got to like play, and my like name and picture was like on the poster that they put outside, and I was
that's so sick.
it was so awesome, and it was like fucking packed, and oh my god, it was just like so cool. It was like always like a place that I had seen like bands growing up, and so to be able to play there for like an audience like that was just like such a dream come true.
Totally.
It was so sick.
What was the bill for that show?
It was Green Top, Wyatt Moran, Mr. Wes, and Alexander Natalie.
Sick.
And the Alexander Natalie peeps are now playing in a band called Dad Bod, which is also super sick, and a band that I love. Yeah,
around.
they're so cool.
Hell yeah. Well, cool. I guess as far as like music, sounds like you guys been doing it for quite some time. What is your favorite part, whether it's like in the creative process, songwriting, or like being on tour and doing shows, or just do you kind of love it all? Like, do you have a favorite part?
I definitely love every part of it. I mean, I've always loved like playing shows. It's like very much of like a release for me, and like I get like really like in the zone whenever I'm like playing a show. It's just like a really good feeling that's like super hard to get from anywhere else. But I mean, I do really like the production side. Like ever since I got to college, I've been like really into recording and production and stuff, and just like that creative side has always been something that's spoken to me. But I definitely love like all parts of it. I mean, this being like our first tour, it's kind of like testing me to see like, oh, is this like like what I really like? And like I've honestly loved it so far. Like I love playing shows. I love just like getting out there.
Right.
So it's been a really good time. But
for sure, you can always change your path no matter what.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
You guys started young. So.
Yeah. I think honestly, I would agree with Liam. I think live shows are super important, and especially after not playing live for 2 or 3 years, like in this past, you know, however long, that feels really great to like be out on the road and be playing again. But aside from that, I would say like songwriting is probably my favorite part. I think that's always been like my, I don't know, the thing that like really grounds me, and like I'm able to find solace in like writing songs. Like 7 or 8 weeks ago, I got hit by a car, and I broke my shoulder, and I wasn't able to play or like write at all for basically 2 months, and it was like the worst 2 months of my life. Like
how
not
fast
being
was
able
the
to
car
play.
going?
Like 30 miles an hour.
Holy
shit. It was pretty gnarly. If you were thinking about getting hit by a car, like it's probably not so fun. But I wasn't able to. Yeah. But yeah, I like didn't play or write for almost 2 months, and it was just so horrible, and I realized like how like important and like healing that kind of shit can be. So
yeah,
I think definitely songwriting is like my favorite part of the process, and probably, I don't know, it has been for a long time, I would say.
I gotta say, I was listening to some of your songs, Wyatt, the other day, and then it was on shuffle, and the song, not to bring down the mood or anything, but it was After the Party.
Oh yeah. Yeah, dude.
That song was gnarly.
Yeah.
Holy
thank
shit.
you. Yeah.
If you don't have to, but what was do you want to dive into
that
no,
song? Of course.
That one really stuck out to me. All your other songs were really great too, but that one, like...
Thank you. Thank you.
Just listening to the car.
Yeah, I wrote that after I was going through a breakup, and it was like a pretty mutual thing, and we both kind of, you know, had accepted that there was things that we both kind of like needed to change, and it was like there was no bad blood or anything, but it was just like one of those situations where it like just wasn't working out for either of us, and it just like sucked. I just found myself like everywhere that I went, or like everything that I did, I would just like imagine like us like being in that place and like doing, you know, like whatever we had done over the past, you know, 2 or 3 years. And so just like one night I was really feeling it, so I just got out my phone and like did like a voice memo and like wrote the song in like 15 minutes and recorded the voice memo, and that's pretty much what the recording is.
Yeah,
like
it sounded super raw.
Yeah, I overdubbed a couple like little like slide guitar parts on top of it, but like the vocal and the main guitar part is like all live first take.
Gotcha.
Like I recorded it once and I was like, that's it. Yeah.
Interesting. That's fucking gnarly.
Yeah.
Which goes to show too, like I've like being a singer-songwriter and producing my own music, I've also had my insecurities and my music not being super up to par with a lot of on the production side of things. But as long as it sounds good to your ear, like I wouldn't even being a voice memo
and I mean
from your phone.
Yeah, I think there's definitely something to be said just about like the vibe of a song, you know, like for something like that, if you're really just trying to convey like that specific emotion, I feel like you can take more liberties like with the recording quality and like really kind of let that help tell the story that you're trying to tell in the song, you know, because like if I had recorded that, you know, or like re-recorded that vocal, like it wouldn't be the same at all.
Right.
It's like those kinds of things, like I really try to think about like, oh, like what's gonna make the lyrics or like make the song better, like with the production choices. Just like, you know, if you're recording like a different kind of record, like a fucking pop punk record or something, like you want the drums to sound a certain way and the guitars to sound a certain way, the vocal to sound a certain way, but like for that song, like that's just what felt right. So
for sure. Yeah, you really captured a moment, definitely.
Yeah, a dark one, but a moment nonetheless. Yeah.
Where do you guys see yourselves in 5 years and 10 years?
Ooh, big question.
Where do I see myself in 6 months? Fuck, I don't know.
I mean, if this touring thing goes well, I mean, hopefully we'll be doing some of that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously this is 6 days into tour number 1, so it's impossible to tell.
For sure.
But yeah, no, I'm definitely, I feel like, at least for me personally, I'm like getting really into kind of all aspects of it, like production, recording, touring and stuff. So
just meeting people.
Yeah, I'm kind of just hoping to just like really see what sticks and like see what kind of calls me. But yeah, I definitely feel like I'm at a point where I'm kind of just like trying a lot of different things. But I guess 5 years from now, I'm hoping to kind of like more settle in one sort of, maybe not with one thing, but just, you know, see what really sticks and kind of hone my
throwing paint at a wall and seeing what sticks.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. Which, being at the age you guys are, for sure. I mean, I'm 23, so not too much older than you, but this age more than ever, it's you have the freedom to be able to explore a lot of those things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, the dream would be to like have a fucking direct support like slot on some national tour, you know, and play like, you know, some bigger cap rooms to more people and just like fucking have a ball the whole time. But I could also see myself, you know, fucking tour managing for Liam or somebody else, or having like a pub deal and writing songs all day, or working in a studio. It's kind of just like whatever ends up working out. I graduate college next year, so I've really been like thinking about I've really been thinking about like what the fuck I'm gonna do like after I graduate, because it's really like the possibilities are endless, which is really exciting but also really scary at the same time. So
well, even after college, you'll still have a bunch of time to figure shit out. I guess it's different for everyone, but also then there's the how are you gonna financially support yourself?
Yeah.
And just at least figure out the lifestyle you want to live and be able to financially support it. It's kind of my outlook on it.
Yeah.
But
There are
awesome.
definitely people that like musically didn't, you know, pop off until they were even like way older than us. I always think about like Justin Vernon, fellow Midwest Wisconsin king.
Yep.
He like for Emma didn't come out until he was like 28 or 29.
Did he have records under Bon Iver before that?
No, but there's some like Justin Vernon solo records that came before for Emma that are so good.
Oh.
He has this record called Hazeltons that I think came out in like 2005 or 2006. It's like one of my favorite records of all time.
Interesting. Is it just under Justin Vernon?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And he did like a bunch of shit before that, but you know, like he didn't find like you know, global, national, whatever acclaim until he was like almost 30 years old. So like if I've got 7 or 8 years to like fucking figure it out, like I got plenty of time.
It's very comforting.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's like I don't have to have it all figured out right now, but I can still try.
And I mean, it's like this is all that we want to do. So it's like it's not like we're gonna stop if it's not successful. It's like it's all that I can think about doing, and it's all that Liam can think about doing. So it's like
just like find your group of guys and
just
do it.
Just fucking rip it. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
For sure. That's kind of where we're at right now too. We're planning an East Coast kind of tour in October. So that'll be our first like tour. So
that's
really
awesome.
I'm jealous you got like but
yeah, man.
Yeah.
When you're in Boston, hit us up.
Yeah,
Try and fucking make something work. Yeah.
Definitely. Is Boston? How far away is that from New York? My East Coast geography isn't super great.
It's probably like 4 or 5 hours, maybe.
Is it south or north?
North.
North.
Yeah.
New York. Okay.
Basically, like through Connecticut and then Rhode Island. You're there.
Got you. So a bit more north on the coast.
Yeah.
Not sure if that's gonna be if we're going up that much north, but I'll definitely reach out for sure. Especially even if you have other contacts like on the coast or whatever.
Definitely.
That'd be a huge help.
Yeah, we're gonna hit a lot of those places kind of on the back end of this. So
for sure.
I know some people. My network is not enormous, but definitely.
So I guess we'll wrap this up pretty soon. But you said you're working on Ring Pop, but what other projects are you guys kind of working on right now, other than touring, obviously?
Liam's got an EP that he's working on.
Yeah, and I got some music that I've been sitting on for a little while. Kind of just in the process of like finishing it up, like trying to get in contact with labels and stuff, and just kind of trying to make it the best that it can be.
For sure.
It's been like a minute since I like released music, so it's been kind of like a slow process. And like,
when was that one record with the it was like with the thing over your eyes?
Yeah. I mean, that was almost 2 years ago.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, so I've kind of just spent all the time since then, kind of like trying to get together the live stuff. Like that's been really important to me, and that's kind of like always what I've wanted to do with this project. So
for sure.
I feel like because of COVID, it's been like it's just kind of screwed up the timeline, and I feel like now I'm finally getting to like tour in support of that record. So I kind of try to look at it that way instead of trying to like rush to like put out new music. Like I want to make it good, and I want to like kind of do it the right way.
For sure.
But,
how many songs were on that one?
There's 8 songs on that record, and then there's gonna be 6 on the new one. But yeah, I mean, I kind of view the next thing as sort of like a bridge to like a more like polished like project. Like I want to make like a bigger record with like bigger sounds and everything. So
the EP is fire.
Fuck yeah.
It's got some heaters on it. For sure.
Do you have a release date for that yet?
No, I don't yet. But I mean, I'm playing a bunch of songs from that on this tour.
Okay.
Kind of hoping to just like gauge interest on those tunes and sort of just like. Yeah, so I've been sitting on it for a minute.
Kind of read the crowd a little bit.
Yeah, but it's been fun like playing the new songs live and just like seeing people's reactions to it and like figuring out like which ones are like the crowd favorites and just like, and that's kind of like I feel like I design a lot of my music in that way, like just like what kind of hits in like a live setting.
Totally.
So that's why like this tour has been like really fun so far. Just kind of like seeing my music being played like the way that it's meant to be.
Yeah.
Played, and like I've always kind of like had this image of it like being played at a show. And, so
nothing's better than hearing like a song live and then going back and listening to it. It's like very identical, where you just feel the feeling that you felt like the first time hearing it and kind of transport you back to that show.
Yeah, for sure.
I love that feeling. Exciting. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
For you, Mr. Moran.
I've got a song coming out tomorrow.
Oh shit! No way.
That I kind of forgot about it, and we kind of like started this tour, and that's been most of the like stuff that I've been promoting and like kind of getting out to people. But I do have a song coming out tomorrow called Tom. It'll be kind of a part of that other collection of like After the Party and this other song, Someone Sometimes, that have come out over the past couple weeks. It'll be those three, and then I've got I'm almost done writing like a full length to hopefully record kind of at the end of this year, early next year, and then hopefully put out, you know, end of 2023, 2024.
Gotcha.
Sometime in there. So,
yeah. So this will probably air much after tomorrow, days after tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
it'll be out. Go
it'll be
stream
out.
Tom.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, y'all.
Thank you.
Parknational, Liam Fagan, and Wyatt Moran of Wyatt Moran. We got a show tonight at Company Brewing, so I hope if you're watching this, you came up to the show.
It was sick.
Yeah, it was sick.
It was so sick.
Comment below how sick the show was if you want. So, thanks, y'all, for tuning in. It's been great. Till next time. Bye.